measure, interpret, act. Active coil tubing services are designed with the reservoir in mind. By deploying a high-bandwidth fiber optic cable inside coil tubing, CT, Schlumberger opens up an entire spectrum of real-time measurements to improve the quality and effectiveness of coil tubing interventions. The animation shows the benefits of applying the active family of services for a water shutoff process in a naturally fractured carbonate reservoir where the well was watered out. Inflatable packers and cement placement proved to be challenging there because of unknown location of the water zone and wellbore geometry in the open hole completion. As part of the active product services, the flow scanner system collects flow profile and holdup data, and the flow caliper imaging tool collects X and Y data of wellbore geometry. Both are plotted against the gamma ray profile. Downhole pressure and downhole temperature are also confirmed on this run and used to design the cement slurry. These data are sent in real time by active production services via fiber optics to the surface. Collected logging data can be reviewed in real time at the location and remotely at the office. Interpretation of logging data allows water zone identification and wellbore geometry evaluation to determine the best packer set depth in the open hole section, where wellbore ID and ovality are ideal. While a second run takes place with active downhole measurements, pressure, temperature, casing collar locator, gamma ray, and tension and compression, the CoilFlate inflatable packer can be depth correlated in the casing by CCL and in the open hole by gamma ray in real time. CoilFlate is positioned at a particular section in the open hole below the water zone based on wellbore internal diameter and roundness data from the X and Y caliper. The active gamma ray log reference from Active Production Services is used to correlate with the gamma ray log for precise packer depth setting evaluation. Differential pressure inside the CoilFlate inflatable packer is created by applying pump pressure. The inflation process begins once enough differential pressure to open the inflation valve has been generated in the packer mandrel. The element increases in size as it is filled up with inflation fluid. During the inflation process, packer expansion can be confirmed by the tension and compression measurements. This data is then sent to the surface by fiber optic telemetry to monitor critical parameters and ensure packer inflation. Tension can then be applied and monitored at the control cabin to disconnect from the packer. A second CoilFlate packer can be depth correlated in the casing by CCL and in the open hole by gamma ray in real time. It is then set above the water zone in the smoothness and roundness area, identified by the XY caliper log obtained from the Active Production Services run. Once the downhole load and pressure measurements indicate that the packer has successfully set, a valve will open and cement can be pumped through coiled tubing and the packer. A squeeze for water shutoff can then take place. Tension is applied and monitored at the control cabin to disconnect the upper packer. Distributed temperature is shut and real-time data can be reviewed at the control cabin to confirm effective wellbore isolation treatment. A watered-out well with no production can now start producing at its true potential. You can only improve what you can measure. Active gives the confidence to act.